Is this working? Can you hear me? Is anybody in chat already? I'm just posting the stream to Patreon. Some didn't work. Give me a second. Oh, what the hell is happening here? Okay, give me a second. Patreon, YouTube Live. I'm so sorry. Probably. Okay. So now we should be set. Post this on Patreon. Is it? Is it though? Yes, it is. Okay, now I'm back in the stream. Anybody here yet? There we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry to keep you waiting. Hi, Kasley. Hi, Anna. Welcome back, Anna. Hi, Kasley. Welcome back. I don't know. I was trying to schedule a stream because, to build hype. And so I could send everyone a message. Hey, I'm going. And hey, TARDIS. Hello. And then I scheduled it. And then the scheduled stream just, I don't know, couldn't say, kept saying my camera was in use by another app. I don't know which one. So that was weird. Anyways, here we are. Hello, TARDIS. Hello, Anna. Yeah, Anna from the car. Drive safe. Drive safe. There's a song by Common and Kanye. Drive safe, homie. No. That's good morning. Just drive safe, homie. Drive safe. Please drive safe. Okay, what's up, folks? See, I prepared this drink for the stream, and now I'm almost done. Don't worry, I'll make up for the lost time. I'll make up for the lost time. We're gonna go longer. How's everybody doing? TARDIS, you're new. You weren't here in the first stream. TARDIS, where are you from? Family back again. That girl, welcome back. Welcome back. Where did we leave things in the last stream? Where were we at? I cleaned up the apartment a little bit. Where were we at on the last stream, actually? Do you remember? How's the sound? Sound good for everybody? Pretty much home now. Your sister's driving. Okay. Hey, Anna, sister, how you doing? Sending my regards. My home state is Texas, but I drive a semi-truck professionally, so I'm in Columbus. All right now. Oh, that's so cool. So I always had this fascination with truck drivers. I always thought either it's the coolest job or the worst job. I feel like there's no in between. I feel like either you love it and you do it and you fucking love it, or you hate it and you quit. And it's I feel like there's no in between because it's like you have this truck, and I saw the do they call them cockpits in trucks? I don't know, but they look so comfortable, and then it's just you and the road, and you get to see the most amazing sunsets and sundowns, and you get so much time with yourself, and you can take your dog. I feel like you should have a dog when you're a truck driver, and I don't know, but you listen to your music, you listen to podcasts, you probably have a whole setup in a bed where you can watch movies. Is that so? And maybe work out in the back of the truck and you just see all of the country. I don't know. Sounds good, and you're getting to know everyone. It's quite the advantage. I've seen so many places to see. That's what I figured. Yeah, but I guess you're always away from home. Could a truck driver? How much downtime do you have as a truck driver? So let's say you have to make this drive. Like, how many hours a week are you driving? Yeah, how many hours a week are you driving? And when you're not driving, can you do whatever you want, or is there stuff you have to do when you're not driving? No setup. That sucks. It's not much downtime. That sucks. No, with a co-driver, I think that I would rather do it alone. I would want my setup. Is that a choice? Is that a choice? If you have a co-driver or not? Not much downtime. That girl, did you used to drive trucks, or do you know someone that drives trucks? If you don't have much downtime, then it sucks. Did you guys ever wonder why are pilots so crazy respected, like crazy respected, right? Being a pilot is like, oh my god, pilot. Ooh. But bus driver, no one gives a shit. Train driver, also a lot of responsibility. We give more of a shit, but not really. There's no other form of transportation where people care as much as a pilot, but there are trains carry more passengers than pilots. And from what I hear, planes basically fly themselves, except for the landing and the start. But so why is it that pilots are all that, but every other person that mass transports people, no one cares? You have a friend who drives trucks, and he said he has little downtime. Ah, that sucks. I'm allowed to drive up to 70 hours a week, 9 to 10 hours a day. I'll drive for a couple. Okay, okay. Oh, that's not fun. Drive a couple months. Said you drive 70 hours a week. Damn, that's a lot. So yeah, that's a lot. So it's driving all day. That's a lot. No, that's not fun. But if you were listening to podcasts, you could. I mean, you could genuinely. I mean, you could get a college degree driving a truck if you're just listening to podcasts and courses. You could really educate yourself. Um, in the age of podcasts must have made truck driving so much better than before because there's only so much music you can listen to till you get tired of it. But 70 hours a week, that's a whole lot. Anyways, back to the pilots. Why is that? Why does no one care about bus drivers? Teams get more money than solo drivers. You get $2 per mile. But that's such an interesting way to that's such an interesting way to calculate the pay. It makes sense. It makes sense. I did not know that. $2 a mile. Okay, how many miles do you cover a day? Or how many miles do you cover a week on average? That's an interesting way. Is there any taxation bonuses as a truck driver or normal taxes just like everybody else? This has turned into a stream. Tardis is the main character of this stream. Forget about me. Tardis, get on camera. let's, let's do this. I feel like everybody should do on TikTok, everybody should do like a cool video on their profession. You should stream as a truck driver. If you could do live streams as a truck driver, you'd be mad successful. You cover about 6,000 miles a week, so that's 12,000 a week, and that's $2 per person. That's a lot of money. That's a lot. Even I mean, even divided at 6,000 per person, that's good. Uh, oh, you work with military vehicles too? Oh, that's wild. I deal with some odd Mr. at the port that look down on women who work in the mail industry. Why do truck drivers? So back to our last conversation, doesn't it? Where we talked about money first and foremost, but also the constitution of marriage, the concept of marriage, yada yada yada, and how the societies we live in, often women can't help but gain security through monetary means, and often those monetary means are a male partner, and in the way the world is set up. So that takes us back to that. Life got banned. Ah, shit. That makes sense. Don't drive and stream. That would be such a cool idea. A truck driver that's streaming. I guess, yeah. You're driving tons down the road, but if you have a co-pilot, a co-driver, I don't see why not. I think, you know, one of them said they just let women work anywhere nowadays. What do you do at your job that's so? I mean, let's take their perspective. From their perspective, why would they assume that? What's so male about um, driving a truck? That's so scary driving on the road in snow because I mean I don't know, is there a reason that I never assumed that driving a truck, yeah, when you think truck driver, you think of man, lumberjack shirt, all that, but it never struck me as a typically male job. Interesting. Never considered that. I would be terrified driving a truck because you have so much. I mean, it's a fuck. It's a weapon. You're driving a weapon, a multi-ton weapon at high speeds, and you have to be sharp. And does AI revolutionize truck driving at all? Sorry, we're talking about truck driving. Hey, welcome to the mythology guy streams. Yeah, I get looks sometimes. You can tell that they're thinking that I should be in the kitchen. Oh, you're a woman too. Oh, this is plot twist, plot twist artist. I had no idea. Oh, that's wild. What are the chances? No, wait, no, let me. Okay, so that girl said she has a friend who drives trucks. So that girl is not a truck driver. Casley, she deals with truck drivers, and they look down on women who work in the main industry. Well, now the ultimate plot twist would be if Casley is Tardis's co-driver and you're just in the truck right now, watching the stream. No, that's wild. Okay, so Tardis is a woman in the truck driving industry. You didn't mention that. Well, why? And why should you? You shouldn't. That is so interesting. Um, um, you can edit. I think it should be in the kitchen. Yeah, fuck them. But do you think it's why do you think that is? Like, is there any logical reason to why men would think that truck driving is not good? Women shouldn't do it, aside from men thinking women can't drive. But is there any logic to it? Like, do you have to lift heavy loads? Is the steering wheel very hard to steer sometimes? Do you need physical strength in a emergency situation? Is there any logic to it, or is it just complete discrimination? So Cassie just deals with the drivers, and you drive with a dude. Okay. Is that, but that's like one of the most, that would be one of the most intimate, and I don't mean that in a weird way, but that would be one of the most intimate co-worker relationships, right? Because you spend 70 hours a week in a small cabin, just the two of you driving into the night, like you know each other intimately, like fall asleep next to one another. You must have, I mean, weeks, months of conversation if it adds up. See the most beautiful sunsets and sunups. Go to all through, like go on so many trips together. That must be that I can barely think of a more intimate co-worker relationship. I mean, a policeman maybe with his partner too, right? Because they have life or death struggles. But that's crazy. That's a crazy intimate relationship to have with your coworker. What is that like? It's like, are you and your co-driver really close, or is there very clear boundaries, or do you feel like you know him better than your partner or any person you ever dated? What's that like? Is there romance flaring up from time to time? Does it get weird? Very curious. Very curious, especially then when there's the male and female dynamic, right? That always, almost by default, adds like this, not spark, but it's just that's the two genders that are um, tried for more, he wasn't having it. Oh, he tried for more, he wasn't having it. Did that make it weird? And why did you try for more? Because it was so intimate, because you knew each other so well. Because honestly, I feel like how can you know, depending on how long you've been working with this guy, he must, like, he's literally the one person you spent the most time with by far, in a cabin, in a cubicle on wheels. Why wasn't he having it? I want to know the story, TARDIS. Get on stream. You take over, please. Type faster. Type faster. Need to know. I'm excited. Casley just deals with the drivers. Casley, what do you do? So you work in a military compound, or you work with military vehicles. Can you say what you do, or is that classified? Hope it's classified because it's just cool. I want you to say it can't. It's classified. Please say it, just for the sake of it. Oh man, that could also be, imagine you are a truck driver with your best friend or your partner. That could be the greatest job in the world. I have a friend who's, I love that man to death. Like, he's not just my best friend, he's my everything. My brother, my best friend, love that man. If me and him were driving a truck, oh, it would be hilarious. I would fucking love it. I think it would be fun. No, I work at the port. But anyway, back to the pay. Hold on, $2 per mile, 6,000 miles a week, and is that $2 per person? That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. So that you easily make 40K a month. take a month, take a week. That I mean, you can retire after like 15 years of truck driving. Or am I getting this wrong? Is that the standard pay, or is that specialized truck driving? I might have to look at a change of careers. Is that normal for truck drivers that they're so highly paid? Are you highly trained? Because this is a very difficult job. I want to know more. Tell me more. And how does AI come into it? TARDIS, can you type faster, please? Write an essay, do a stream, do a TikTok, explain all of this. Oh no, do a YouTube video, please. Um, what was I saying? That's very interesting. Now I work at the port. I'm a also. Are you TARDIS? Are you at the end? Did you just finish your shift, or is this your week off? No, I work at the port. I'm a longshoreman, but I do military mostly, so classified. Yay! Yay! Classified. Say no more. I'm not gonna push you. I get it. Get it. But I make sure the tanks run, and if they don't, we make sure it gets on the ship or off the ship. All right. You should come to a port dealing with military. Here, you should come to a port dealing with military. I mean, to make hundreds in a day just because it's military. Well, while TARDIS makes more than hundreds in a day, TARDIS makes 100. TARDIS makes 100 every 50 miles. 100 miles, she already made hundreds plural. Why does she need? She doesn't need the military. It's amazing. We split the difference once all expenses. What are the expenses? What are the expenses? Do you rent the truck? Is it um so do you rent the truck maybe, or do you have to cover gas yourself? Obviously food. What, yeah, what expenses do you have? That's a well-paid job. That's a really well-paid job. Can you take dogs on the road? Sisu, we're gonna change career. I'm sorry, I'm closing down the channel. Sisu, it's you and me. I love to explore the world with him. It's you and me. It's you and me. We're gonna be truck drivers now. We're gonna be, you okay? You down? Yeah? No? 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 Um, I definitely love to look into it. What would you love to look into? Doing a video? Yeah, you should look into doing a video and explaining your job. I think it's super interesting. Maybe that's just me. But I'm also the guy, I mean, by virtue of my job, I love learning, I love knowledge. Um, so I'm always amazed when somebody educates me. I definitely fuel and insurance, truck payment, fuel. So you have to pay fuel. Okay, so I guess fuel. Wait, so are you basically freelancing? Or are you working for a company? There's the differences. So you're I should stop talking about this. Sorry, I'm boring everybody. Let's change. Hey, is everybody as interested in this as I am, or should I change the topic? I'm so sorry, but there's so many questions. I gotta watch them. I gotta read. I gotta read up. Can you send me something where I can read up on this? It's just really interesting. I'm really fascinated. Um, this is honestly something I would consider when I'm older. Just me and Zizou. 'Cause he's immortal, by the way. He's gonna live forever. I don't know if I told you, but he's gonna live forever. So once I'm older, me and him just hit the road. That'll be amazing. You know, that would be amazing. Is there anywhere where I can read about this or video? Is there anybody that explains it all in detail? 'Cause I don't want to bore the whole stream talking about trucks. But Ashley's like, do you have a, so Ashley's in on it. Now Ashley's interested too. Everybody's interested. I think it started with, hold up, $2 per mile? And now everybody's like, what, damn? This is actually very interesting. Who would have thought? I'd imagine they have special car insurance because if a truck driver gets in an accident, somebody dies, minimum one person, right? And it's like it's a clusterfuck. So I would imagine they have very special uh, insurance. Independent contractor. Oh, so is it like as a truck driver, do you have a reputation? Like they're always on time. Nah, they're trouble. I don't want to work with them. No, they looked at the cargo. Do you build up a reputation and then you get higher and higher paying jobs and stuff? And do you set your own rate? That's interesting. man. Please send me something. Can you send it here in chat? Like a link to maybe, I'm sure there must be a truck driver YouTube channel who talks about the life and everything and explains it, or just an article or something. Can you put something here? Because I feel like Ashley is interested too. And Cassidy is interested too. So everybody's, we're in, hey, we're all amazed by this. I love it. Okay, let me catch up on chat. Sorry. It's your day off. I really do not take it for granted, and I appreciate it that you are giving me an hour of your precious day off. Thank you, everybody. By the way, thank you, thank you. Spend about 1K in fuel every few days. Wow, 1K in fuel every few days. But that still leaves 12K. So 12K. So you make 12K just off the miles. And you said you split the difference. I'm gonna do the math now. Okay, so 12K per person. So that's $25,000 a week just off the driving. Then a 1K every few days. So let's just say 3K on fuel. I'd imagine the insurance is probably like 5K. So that's another K a week. So it's 4K gone. I don't know. I don't do maths. I do mythology. Fur baby. Yes, my baby. Yes. Well, Casley has a question for you, TARDIS. Ashley has a question for you, TARDIS. Um, that girl is also learning something. Everybody loves it. Anna, that is a cute dog, right? He's the best. Do you want a dog? Do you want the dog on the stream? Should I sit on the sofa so you can have the dog in the stream? And now I'm all caught up on chat. Damn. I need to follow some truck drivers on Instagram now. This is so cool. I always wish that because with my job, I'm always just sitting here researching and editing and everything. I'm always like, I wish I was a security guard somewhere where nothing happens. Because I'm just sitting at home. I could get paid for my sitting time, you know? So I always consider, I need a job. This has nothing to do with truck driving. I was like, because I'm a big guy, so maybe I could work as a security guard, just sit there, and just have my laptop here and just do my work, you know. I'd love to do a job surrounding driving, but I haven't been driving long enough. That's no problem. Just get some driver's experience. Just get some experience. I mean, then you can do it, right? I had a couple of driving gigs. I think I had 3 jobs where I was driving. One I was driving laundry. The other I was driving baked goods. Then I was driving art, like not that's not code for drugs. Baked goods, architecture plans. There was another one. That's random. Now that I think about it, that was such a random job. Architecture plans. Maybe that's because it was back in the day. Because it feels like that's something you can do digitally. Yeah, but I was driving around architecture plans. That's so random. Um, and then I had a couple of gigs where I would just drive people to like a random wedding here and there. So I've been driving. I think I'm a decent driver. I had a lot of driving jobs in my life. This is something peaceful about it. I don't know. I like that it's just me and the road, and I don't like to deal with people all that much. And it's something you can just go get it done, and it's done, and then you're done with the work, and you don't have to think about it anymore. Cute dog when I'm a cat person waiting on Bastet. I did the video on the Sunboat, right? No. I did Sekhmet. Sekhmet and Bastet is up already on TikTok, and the Sunboat is up on Patreon. So all the Bastet stuff is basically done. You have all the Bastet content is kind of done already. I do the regular tractor trailer drive van, a special kind of insurance specifically for over the road drivers. Okay. Yeah, most driving related jobs in the UK require you to be first to be 25 and second. Come on, Anna, you got time. You got, by the time you're 25, you probably will have 5 years of driving experience. And you can be a truck driver. Another female truck driver. Let's start a revolution. God damn it. I love it. I love that. We need more female truck drivers. I feel like I would I feel like I would have a stereotypical ish look for a truck driver. Is there racism in the truck driving industry, TARDIS? Let's get to the bottom of that. Let's talk about the dirt. Let's get into the dirty nitty gritty stuff. Is there racism in truck driving? Would I have to be worried as a truck driver driving across America as a mixed black man? Yes, let me know. Write it in small caps if you don't want the others to hear you. Uh, what's Casley checking? Oh yeah, the videos. Yeah, check them out. My favorite load so far was from Washington, Texas for Nintendo. Oh, do you check the loads? Did you check? Was that a bunch of Nintendo Switches? Are you the reason why the PlayStation 5s were so hard to get? Mm, ladies, there's a driver shortage. Yes, ladies. We need more female truck drivers. If I become a truck driver and I don't drive solo with my dog, I promise I will drive with a female co-driver. Can you choose your partner? They'll get weird. I feel like they'll be too intimate. Because right, as I said, I don't spend time with people. So when I do spend time with people, it's very special and it's very intimate. And I talk a lot and I overshare. So if I spend so much time with one person, might as well get married. Is anybody bored by this? Because I'm very excited about. I'm loving this conversation. Is anybody bored by this? This is a good one. I haven't seen any racism so far, but I'm ready to defend if necessary. Are you ready to defend? Why? You ready? Are you also? Are you a min, Are you in a minor? Are you of a minority? Um, you ready to defend yourself? Why would you have to defend yourself? You can choose. Oh, you can choose. Okay, okay. Cool. Why did you choose your partner, or why did he choose you? You can't reach the pedals. That's so cute. That's so cute. That's so funny. That's why it's a military because I don't drive for sure. Not. That's so cute. That is such an endearing. That's such an endearing fact. That girl's too short. She's 5'3". Oh, TARDIS is 5'4". Plot twist. You're 5'4". Okay, so there's no minimum height, or if there is, it's 5 foot or over, which fair enough. Okay, I think I'm good. I'm 6'5". I think I'll be okay. For me, it might actually be a problem that it might get cramped, that I might not feel comfortable. Because me 6'5", the problem is always everywhere, even cars, long drives, it just gets really uncomfortable. Cars is the best, but it still gets uncomfortable at my height. Trains is okay, buses is pretty bad, and planes is the worst. Planes is the worst. You're 5 foot, but you tell people 5'1". Oh yeah, you go, girl. That makes all the difference. That extra inch. That extra inch. Uh, Mostly Irish, Scottish, Welsh, burn in the sun. Irish, Scottish, Welsh. Are you the stereotypical? Now I cannot help but imagine you as the stereotypical Irish, Scottish who loves whiskey. You have a cool tattoo on either one of your arms here, and you're a truck driver, and you can handle yourself, and you can throw down if you need to, and you know how to drink. Is that so, or am I completely now going down the stereotypical road? I'm 5'1" and I have to hike the car seat right forward when I drive. Jeez, everybody is so short. Um, no, I put the car seat all the way back. I can steer with my knees. Even if I put it all the way back, I can still steer the wheel with my knees. Yeah, my mom, sister, and brother are tall. I'm the only one short in the family. How tall are your mom and sister? And one. Uh, Tattoo of Tree of Life. I just don't want my fellow humans being treated with anything other. That's beautiful. Thank you for saying that, TARDIS. I agree. Going back to the racism statement, if anybody else is lost, yeah, that's beautiful. Who has a tattoo of the Tree of Life? Casley, you have a tattoo of the Tree of Life? 5'9" to 6 foot. Yeah, that's tall for women. That's tall. 6 foot's really tall. Yeah, that's really tall. TARDIS has a tattoo of the Tree of Life. Does she actually? Are you further painting the picture? I would like if TARDIS has like a Thor's hammer tattoo and just but 5'4". She's so short. She's so short. Tiny TARDIS on my ring finger. I do like some. You do like cinnamon whiskey. What does TARDIS mean? Am I being silly? What does it mean? Not in my arm so far. Cinnamon whiskey sounds amazing. I like whiskey. Um, this is all mezcal and tequila because I am in Mexico. But if you paid attention, this is always there. So this is majorly untouched. But I do like whiskey, and I I was in I was in Rhode Island with a friend visiting him in Providence, and he had this chocolate whiskey. Ooh, that was so good. I'd never heard of that before. No, no, sorry, peanut. Sorry, peanut butter whiskey. Oh man, that was so good. That was really good. Cinnamon whiskey sounds amazing. Never tried it. I'd love to get a Mjolnir tattoo. I just gave you an idea, Anna. Okay, where are you gonna get your Mjolnir tattoo? Um, I'm planning on getting an Ipona. Oh, that is very cool. I don't know how to say it. Ipona. I say Ipon. I think most people say Ipona. I say Ipona. TARDIS is the police box from Doctor Who. Kimberly, nice, a new face. Hey, what's up, Kimberly? Kimberly, where are you from? Did you listen to the whole truck driver conversation, or are you brand new? Um, what's a police box? What's a police box? Now, the tallest man in the family stand at 6'3", 6'5". So the tallest man is 6'3", 5'5". Your mom and sister are 6 foot tall, and you're 5'3". How tall is the mailman and or the milkman? Just check it. Just check it. TARDIS time and relative dimensions in space. Ah, okay. Okay, cool. So in Doctor Who, I never watched it, but I know the rough gist. They uh, they uh, they police time and space. Yeah, that's cool. TARDIS. Um, Kimberly just joined. She's in Texas. Kimberly, we were talking about TARDIS is a truck driver, a female truck driver. And we learned so much. A, there's a lot of discrimination going on in the truck driver industry. B, you can be 5'4" and still be a truck driver. C, truck drivers get paid $2 per mile, and she covers 7,000 miles, 6,000 miles a week. $2 per mile. But they have to cover their own insurance, and they have to cover their own fuel, which the fuel is at least 3K a week. So we learned a lot. There's need of more female truck drivers, and you can drive with a partner, spend 70 hours a week with them. Very easy to fall in love and to start something, which also happened in her case. So not the love part, not so much that. So very interesting conversation. Quick briefed on the conversation of truck drivers. I love summarizing things. I love summarizing things. Whenever there's something to summarize, guys, I just cannot help myself. Occupational hazard. I love to summarize. So welcome, Kimberly. Monet. Monet. That's such a cool name. Kimberly Monet. That's really cool. I'll get a tattoo. We're talking about tattoos. You get a Monet tattoo. That's really cool. Monet, or is that French? You're in Texas. Where in Texas are you from, Kimberly? Wasn't there somebody else from Texas? We have Alabama. We have Mississippi. We have Birmingham. I thought we have someone else from Texas. A lot of people from Texas here, right? Mom and sister are 5'9", brother 6 foot. He may grow some more, but ironically, my boyfriend is 5'11" now. Just waiting to see how tall my son will be. He's 3, so he has a long way to go. Damn, that girl, you're the shorty in the family. Interesting topic. I'm 5'1", so too short. No, you're not too short. Well, it seems with 5'4", you can still be a truck driver. I would not imagine that there's somehow the height requirement is 5'3" or 5'2". That's random. If anything, it's 5 foot. She just made it. Why is everybody so short in the chat though? Damn. So the tallest person in chat right now is 5'4". 5'4". What is that? What is 5'4" in centimeters? Austin, Texas. Oh, Austin, that's cool. What's Austin like? You hear good things. I'm in Mexico, Playa del Carmen. So, living on a Mexican budget, but still, I have this beautiful view every day, and it's amazing, and I love it. So, yeah, Mexico. I live in Mexico, Playa del Carmen. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. I have this great apartment. I love my life here. and I pay the same rent that I used to pay. I pay less than I used to pay in Germany for double the space and palm trees outside my apartment. It's just cannot be beat. It cannot be beat. Um, Netherlands, yeah, right. This I remembered. 5'5" is 165. Well, 165 to be fair for a girl is not short, right? Yeah, your fun size. It always made me laugh when I was living in the UK. Tesco had these apples that were smaller, and they called them fun-sized apples. And it was such a great marketing tool. It's like fun size is just a great way to call something that's too small, but then somehow make that turn that into a good thing. So yeah, you go, girl. You run with fun size. You go. Yeah, you maintain that attitude. I like that. Um, Now, about 5 foot at 165 is perfectly normal. Perfect. I think average, right, for women. I think. Jokes aside, Austin's lit. I'm happy to show you around if you're in town. Yeah, I would love that. I don't know. I'm an hour away from Texas, and I really wanted to go. I really want to go to Texas. Miami is also an hour away, so I need to go to Miami. I was in New York last I was in America, also LA. I got this bad boy right here, and I hate leaving him. Sizu, say hi. Sizu. All right, that's all you get. And and I hate leaving him, but it's hard to fly with him. So I'm trying to figure out how I can take him in the cabin. I don't know if there's a way to do that. I would love to go to Texas. If I do go to Texas, if I do come to Austin, I will let you know. Kimberly Monet, I remember that name because it's a cool name. Your travel compact. I like that. Travel compact. Fun size travel compact. Yeah, you positivity. That's right. Positivity. You all these positive adjectives. You go. Don't let anybody tell you you're short. No. Fun size, travel compact. You can fly in the cabin. That's right. Mm-hmm. Kind of jealous, to be honest. Jealous of Mexico? I know, don't be. I'm jealous of your cool truck driving job. That sounds so cool. I'm jealous of that right now. All I do is sit here on my laptop, research, edit, look at myself, look at my face, listen to my own voice all the time. But I'm a baby. I'm a dog, so I'm happy. Who said why? Why did Cassie? Why did Cassie say why? Oh, to the jealous. I think she was jealous about the Mexico, the palm trees. Do you still speak German? Uh, I know when people move from their home country or town, they lose their accent either completely or slightly. No, I still speak German. I I couldn't imagine not speaking German. Well, for one, I've only been away for 2 years now. Before that, I still lived in Germany. Then before that, I lived in London for 5 years, and South Africa, and United States, and Canada. But I was always in back. I always came back to Germany. I couldn't imagine not being able to speak German. No, I still speak perfect German. I think at this point, maybe my English is better than my German. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm able to, I think, articulate myself better in English. I know my English is better, but it flows better than my German. But I still speak German. Um, yeah, we don't need much. Yeah, I don't need much. Just like just an oversized shirt, and you got a tent that you can sleep in. Good to go. Imagine with the Norse, those fun-sized apples would just add a few years. I fit in the hood of an F-150 with the fan out, and I can squat down in it. I don't know what an F-150 is, but that's such a random, hilarious fact. I don't know why that makes me laugh. So we already answered this, but where do you get the art for your videos? Also, what inspired you to make mythology short videos? I didn't answer this yet. The art for my videos I get on Midjourney. I don't know if you know Midjourney. It's everybody knows ChatGPT. Midjourney is ChatGPT for art. And you write prompts that are like slash imagine prompt colon, right? And then you write whatever. So you write a Viking with a beard, a muscular Viking with a beard, surrounded by enemies on a battlefield in a frozen tundra. Um, and then you give an aspect ratio, and et cetera, et cetera. So you kind of describe what you want the image to be and what ratio you want, what size you want, right? So that's a prompt. So for every video, for 2 minutes of video, I use maybe 100 prompts. So I use 100 prompts for 2 minutes of video, and then I generate those images. And it takes a long time actually. The longest part of my work process by far is the images. So I have 100 prompts for 2 minutes of video. Then I generate those images, and I look at all the images and see which image I like, and then I sort, and then I upscale the ones that I like, and I look at all the ones I upscaled and see if I still like it, and then I maybe change it, yada yada yada, or keep it. So at the end of that process, I end up from the 100 prompts, I end up with maybe 150 images per 2 minutes of video. So now I have 150 images, and then I edit the video and I put the images in, but I end up only using about 20-30 images per video. I mean, if you're a Mortal Tier subscriber, because if you go in the artwork link and you look at the artwork folders, I put all the images in there. So that's why per video you usually have like 100+ images in my folder, but in my video you use 20. So everybody that's subscribed to Immortal and gets the artwork, they get way more artwork. Maybe I should advertise that more now that I think about it. You get way more artwork than I use in the video, easily double double what I use in the video. So that's where I got the art from. And I use certain artists as inspiration for the art. So Midjourney gives you random art styles, right? So there's certain artists that I like, and I just use their name in the prompt to make the art consistent. That's why my art is so consistent. What inspired me to make the mythology short videos? I started this channel, Brief, that's why it's called Brief, because I wanted to condense facts. I was a creative director at earlygame.com. It's a gaming website, maybe you know it. They're still going strong. So I knew a lot about SEO and how to generate traffic and et cetera, et cetera. And I thought, okay, I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use the SEO to my advantage and do a TikTok channel on things that people search for, because then I'll get traffic. And for example, why is the sky blue? Why do dogs wag their tail? Why do men have nipples? Random questions. One video, my first video that hit 1 million views was, is semen healthy, for example. So I did that also in the comedy style, same style, but different topics. Then at some point I did one video on, like, randomly I did this character from One Piece was real. The character was Goldie Roger, and that video blew up. And I love anime, and I know a lot about anime. So I was like, oh shit, okay, maybe I should do more anime, like give knowledge on the backgrounds behind anime, on Goldie Roger, on Zorro, on Naruto, on Dragon Ball, on Berserk, many anime manga. So for months, then I did anime manga, the mythology, the history that inspires anime manga. Also, Marvel, DC. I did Black Adam. That was my first video that hit 7 million views. Was Black Adam. I did a video on all the gods that inspired Black Adam. And so now my content had moved from SEO content answering questions, just educating, to educating on the history and mythology that inspires anime manga and pop culture. And then the problem became real quick, that I had to stay up to date on so much anime and manga that became a big part of the job. But I was also shooting the videos and writing the scripts, and at that point I was researching artwork from the internet, and that took a lot of time. On top of that, I had to be up to date on the latest chapter on so many animes and mangas, and look at what's releasing when throughout the year, and it was just too time consuming to stay on top of things. And since I was already doing the mythology and the history behind the stuff, I always wanted to just do the mythology and the history, but I was scared to do it because I'm not a scholar. I thought, all these scholars are going to come after me and be like, oh, that's factually wrong, or you're simply oversimplifying that and this and this. So I was scared to do mythology or history straight up. I didn't study it. It's just an interest. I'm just a curious mind, and I think I'm good at learning something and then regurgitating it in a way that's simpler to understand. But I then did try. I did my first mythology video, which was, I think first was Hercules, but then I did Hades, and that blew up to millions of views. And I was like, oh, damn, maybe I should do more. And eventually I did Zeus, and that really blew up. And then I did Poseidon, and that really blew up. And then I did Perseus, and I was like, oh shit, they're all getting millions and millions of views. Maybe I can do mythology. And my followers started to rise. And at that point, I had been running this channel for a year or for 10 months, and I hit 800,000 subscribers with just anime. I made the switch to mythology, and within a month, I hit a million just off of mythology. And then within 4 months, I hit 2 million, which is where I'm at now. So the switch from mythology has been really good in terms of traffic. Now the traffic is really low, but that's because TikTok punishes you like crazy if you promote, if you vary from whatever standard you set in the slightest. TikTok comes after you, and now they're throttling my traffic. A lot of people are telling me, "Oh, I don't see your videos anymore, even though I'm following you and commenting." They're not, so whatever. Can't help it. I think if I made another switch in topic, I would get more traffic, but I'm not too worried about it now because right now I'm focused on YouTube, and I want to launch YouTube in the next 2 weeks. That's where my focus is right now. And that's the whole story of why the channel got to where it got to and why the content is what it is. And then I launched Patreon because I'm not making a single cent off TikTok because in Mexico, I'm geo-blocked from monetization, right? So I don't make any money off TikTok. And I was like, damn, like, I mean, I'm going broke. I need money because I can't work anymore. I'm just doing this. I'm literally either going to stop the channel or I'm going to go broke. Or people support me on Patreon. And here we are with a Patreon. People are supporting me on Patreon and allowing me to keep the channel alive. And I always say this, but it's quite literally the channel, I would have stopped it if it wasn't for the Patreon support. That is literally my income. Because I didn't want to run crappy ads for peanuts that ruin the video. So if it wasn't for Patreon, I would have stopped the channel. And now hopefully YouTube has a much fairer monetization system. Hopefully that will work in my favor and sustain me better, and then I can create more content and maybe at some point get help. If I can pay somebody to help me with the workload, because it is extreme. It's similar to you, Todd. It's probably 70, 80 hours a week. So if I can get somebody to help me, that would be fantastic. And that's briefed in a nutshell. And that's briefed. So good question, Kimberly Monet. Being 5'3", I still sleep in the fetal position. And sometimes I'm a cute little ball under the cover. Oh, God bless you. That's so cute. So I bet sometimes you don't even notice that girl is in the bed. She's like, it looks like a pillow under the blanket. So cute. I love telling people the stories and they look at me crazy. And then I show them your vids because you tell them better. That's good. That's also all right if they look at me crazy. I'm okay with it. I obviously love the video on gods, goddesses. I thought the one on Hecate was hilarious. Hecate. I don't remember the one on Hecate. Oh, I remember the video, but I don't specifically remember parts of the video. My favorite video, I think, is the Circe video. That was hilarious. I thought that was hilarious. The story was just hilarious. And my favorite joke that I ever did, well, one is upcoming. There's an upcoming one in the video that's really funny. And I'm childish, so my favorite joke I think was Asgard 4, The Return of Thor. That was pretty funny. And then there was something I was like Asgard 3, Thor's Hammer Strikes Back or something. That I thought those jokes were pretty funny. It was like Asgard 4, and it was like no, that was funny. I don't know which video that was. Thanks for answering. Congrats on getting 2 million followers. Have you considered moving to the US to get the TikTok revenue? I did consider moving to the US. I recently did go to New York, and I specifically bought a phone in New York, a US SIM card in New York. I was connected to the US Wi-Fi, everything. And TikTok still did not change that for me. And then I opened new accounts in New York where I could immediately apply for the Creativity Beta program, which is the revenue that's actually worthwhile. But obviously, those accounts had 0 followers, so there's no point. Meaning, they knew I was in New York, but it's not where you move to; it's where you started the channel. So I'm doomed with that channel, with this channel right now, and I'm not about to launch a new channel. I could re-upload my videos on a new channel, on one that I created in New York, etc. But the time I would rather invest into YouTube. Plus, B, TikTok is so unstable that I want to set up YouTube first, and then maybe I'll do it again. But I don't know what's going to happen to TikTok. It's always, there's always issues. So long story longer, once YouTube is launched and good, yes, I might start a new channel and just re-upload my content on a new channel to gain the monetization, or look into moving again, or maybe at some point somebody from TikTok support will finally answer me, because they don't. You'd think they would. 2 million subscribers. I think there's only like 10,000, 15,000 creators with 2 million subscribers or more. No support. No, sir. None. Maybe at some point they will answer me, then I do. If I were to get the monetization, yes, because we're talking about so much money that I would be stupid not to move to the US. If I were to get the monetization just for moving to the States, I would move immediately. Absolutely. Then I would just need a visa, though. I'm a German citizen. I can't just move to the States, but I'm sure I could work that out. The Cersei one is so great to mess with. Yeah, the Cersei one was fantastic. I used one of your videos to tell my sister about Lord of the Rings being inspired by Norse mythology. You love doing research, man. I love doing research too, but is that a wink? You put a dirty smile. You put like that smiley face. Am I missing a dirty joke here about the research? I'm missing something. No, I love research, but I feel like Carter's saying something. I'm not getting. Yeah, then that was a dwarf video, right, Anna? Yeah. I'm gonna upload one on TikTok too. I'm not gonna do the dwarf one. That's exclusive to Patreon, but I'm gonna just a video on just how Lord of the Rings is inspired by the ring. Sorry, let's go to TikTok. Sorry. Um, Damn, that sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. I just applied to work at TikTok last week. You got me. Yeah, that would be fantastic, Monet. That would be amazing. You got me. Cool. Here's a fun story. I'm gonna hold you to that, Monet. I'm holding you to that. DM me on TikTok so I know. Send me a message request and say this is Monet from the stream, so I know who you are, so I can hold you to that. Or on Patreon. Send me a message on Patreon. No, but here's the funny thing is, I was, 'cause that would be amazing. I'm not joking. But here's a story. I was in New York, and TikTok has an office in New York, right? And from a friend of mine, I had a snippet of an email with a TikTok employee. So at the bottom of the email, it said the name of the employee and it said the number address of the New York office. So I was like, oh shit, TikTok's in New York. Can I have a name of an employee? So I went to TikTok offices, all casual, dressed nice. But I was eating like mango. I was dressed nice and I was eating mango like it's like some fancy influencer who would have appointments but doesn't care. So he's eating mango. And I strolled up to TikTok offices to the security. I was like, yeah, I got an appointment with so and so, the name from the email. And they were like, word? I was like eating my mango and I was like all, confident and like, yeah, word. And so they let me in. And then I rode the elevator up to the 57th floor. Another security, I did the same thing. So they let me in. And then I was waiting in the TikTok offices and I was like, damn, score, made it in. And I was hoping that this person was going to talk to me, because for them at TikTok, it's probably just flipping a switch. It's just, hey, this account US, like that's it, and all my problems are solved. I know that, and so I was like, yeah, all I need to do is meet this person, charm this person. I'm already here, and I'm already said everybody I have an appointment. So this person will say, oh yeah, I forgot about that appointment. Let me see who it is. But the person instead said, no, I don't have an appointment with nobody called Amidu. Escort that person out the building. So they security escorted me out the damn building. And I was like, no, I can go on my own. I wasn't even causing a scene. But they were like, nope. And so I got a security escort the hell out of the TikTok offices in New York. I did not get to see that person in that meeting. And I'm sure I didn't help my case. So I haven't tried since because I don't want them to block my account or something. But it's silly. I mean, it's just silly. It's a switch. I'm not just sorry for myself. All the other creators. It's unfair. There's so many people doing amazing, amazing content on TikTok, and why they're not rewarded for how much traffic they're giving that platform. You know, TikTok is making hella money off of all of our data and us watching these videos. So the creators should be rewarded. It's a shame that they're not, just because they're in the wrong country. Um, the you who else love key stalkers? Yeah. Oh man, the stalkers part. Yeah, you know who else loves keys? Stalkers. Yeah, that was pretty fun. That was a good one. That was actually a good one. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. I do the great thing about my job right now, these videos, I enjoy the videos myself, and I see parallels. That's like, I'm always like, am I the only one seeing this? Like, is no one else gonna say that this is sounds extremely stalker-like or creepy? Like, I don't see how I'm the only one pointing these things out. So when I find something that's funny to point out and hilarious to me, like the stalkers thing, that show was funny. Yeah, that was a good one. That makes me happy. There's one channel on YouTube, Overly Sarcastic Productions. I don't know them, unfortunately. Well, I watch them. I don't know them. I through this job, I had the chance to write with some of the other content creators, but them I don't know. Overly Sarcastic Productions on YouTube. Amazing, amazing. I think they blow me out the water. Especially Red, the girl, the woman. The guy, not so much. The guy plays it straight. I don't think the guy is funny. Well, he's okay funny, but the woman Red, oh my god, and the way she writes scripts and her joke ratio and just her wit is just wow. It's just overly sarcastic production, especially Red, the woman, and she does all the mythology videos. She is, oh my god, she's hilarious. It's inspiring. Um, I aspire to be that good. She's really good, and it's always hard because now I can't watch their videos anymore on topics that I haven't done, because I have a very similar sense of humor, and I have a similar sense of observation. So often I observe the same jokes as her, and I often found myself making the exact same joke as them, and I'm like, shit, they're gonna think I stole this. And sometimes you get inspired, and then you subconsciously or consciously are inspired by it and do steal it or pay homage to it. So I gotta be careful not to watch too many of the videos, because I'm just gonna get too I'm just going to sound too much like them, because I'm already a lot like them. But they're amazing, overly sarcastic productions. Uh, Especially the woman Red. Watch those videos. A lot like mine, much faster paced. She's more informed. Often she goes into the history and the theory behind the myth too. Gold, gold content, incredible. It's goals for me. Their channel is goals, incredible, incredible. I'm very happy doing free promo for them. Um, but reading history is fun, but like interesting history, like cats and dogs and hero beats, bears and war, not just boring old stuff. I mean, honestly, most history is really fun. It's just the way they tell it. It's so boring. Most history is really fucking fun. These stories are incredible. I watched a video about Ernest Hemingway the other day, and it's just incredible. Yeah, the most amazing life. It's just about how you tell it. The beauty of Hollywood is in their storytelling and using these beautiful aesthetic actors. You know, it makes us want to watch, keeps our attention. But we have to bring those factors into the way we do these videos, and that's what I try to do. You know, make these videos aesthetically pleasing and attractive to watch, and fun and engaging, because these stories are incredible. Um, Sometimes it's a slog for me to research, because the writers, the historians, it's like they don't want me to read it. And a lot of these videos, it's like, oh my god, did you read this off the Wikipedia at a pace of for 5 words per minute? It's like, hi guys, welcome to my mythology channel. Today we're going to talk about the Norse god Thor and Loki. Thor and Loki are brothers, and the whole time, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these channels, like, it's interesting what they're saying, but shoot me, fucking bring something to the table while you're talking about this. So that's what I wanted to do differently. That's what overly sarcastic production does too. Um, Yeah, it's honestly history is great, and at school it was hella tedious and boring, but it's super fun. It's just and history is in the delivery. Um, History is as fun as like Marvel and DC. I swear, it's fantastic. Um, Maybe I think that because in the US you learn the same history every year. World War One, World War Two, Cold War. Yeah, it could be, could be. We had the same problem in Germany. All it was Nazi Germany, which is important. But I never, when I was at school, they never just didn't have. You know, Nazi Germany, the shit they did is horrifying. You can convey so much in this case, not comedy, but so much emotion with these stories if you do it the right way. And you have to paint pictures of tragedy in that case. But that's not these teachers just don't do that. Maybe I think I agree because the US doesn't teach history and they hate. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that I think every country history hides so much. There's this quote I was doing a video on. I hear Germany takes Holocaust so seriously. They don't even put tourists. Oh yeah, Germany takes Holocaust very seriously. You can't joke around about this at all, and no one does. Um, but well, they do, but it's like no one does the post. No one jokes distastefully. They hide a lot of history. I did a video on Genghis Khan. I'm gonna upload it, I think, in December. And Alexander the Great. I redid the research, and I found this quote. Two quotes actually. If you raid from east to west, you're a barbarian like Genghis, and if you raid from west to east, you're great like Alexander. That's a cool quote. And then another quote was, "One man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist." And I love these quotes. And they just put, I mean, history is always written by winners, or it depends on the perspective or which side you're writing it on. And I think every country does that. Every country has their own agenda in telling history. America has a massive agenda. So does Europe. Everybody, you know. In Mongolia, Genghis Khan is a hero, and the rest of the world is a monster. But ask the Persians how they feel about Alexander the Great, you know. Whereas in Europe, he's a hero. So, um, when I was in year nine, we just learned about medicine pretty much the whole year. Then we was last year, last year. But even the history of medicine, if you tell it right, it can be so amazing. I swear to you, I could make a video on how, I don't know, the saw was introduced into medicine. You know, the chainsaw was invented for to give birth. You know, that's the origin of a chainsaw. It was used for women to it was used for delivering babies. You can do a really good video on that. Um, this, yeah, there's this. It's just school education and storytelling go hand in hand, but very few people realize it. Unfortunately, and the best storytellers are not educators, and the our educators in general are often just people who want a quick paycheck. You know, it's just educators are underpaid and undervalued. So now the best educators, a lot of them are influencers that are doing their own thing on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, well, mostly YouTube and TikTok, because they don't want to teach in institutions. I don't want to teach in institutions. I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be asked. They would ask me. They would fact check me on everything that's irrelevant. I would have to give references constantly, which I think is irrelevant. They would give me you know, it's just there's no freedom in education, educating for institutions. Yeah, went off on a tangent there. All right, what I miss? I think so I'm up to date on chat. We're gone over the hour two. Let's wrap up the stream. Let's do another 10, 15 minutes because I'm enjoying myself. But then let's wrap up the stream so I can get to editing some of my videos. Also, my neighbor got back from New York today, and I want to say hi. But let's just we got a little bit more time. We got a little bit more time. Time is on our side. Hey, I see people are subscribing to my YouTube channel. You don't need to subscribe to this channel. You can, but this is just my private channel where I watch. my where I watch content. I'm not gonna upload anything on here. I just stream from this debrief YouTube channel. When that goes live, it will be a big announcement. I will let everybody know. But feel free to subscribe here. But I'm not gonna upload brief content here. All right, chat is quiet. Any last call? It's the last call for alcohol. Last call. Yeah. They did the wildest stuff back in the day. Crocodile poop stuffed in them was a good contraceptive. The thing with this stuff is how how do you even arrive at that conclusion? At some point, somebody's got to be like, somebody has to try it first. Somebody has to have the idea. Somebody has to try. Like, how does that even happen? Who comes up with this stuff? Yeah, sheepskin condoms. But that makes more sense to me because, like, well, I want to wrap this up and I need something that contains the fluid, the liquid, and you can test that easily, right? Without harm, without particular smell. Like, oh, this sheepskin seems to be very resistant and also very thin at the same time. Let's use that as a condom. I get it, but the crocodile poop, I don't get it. They want all the answers handed to them instead of doing the research themselves, unfortunately. Who do you think wants all the answers handed to them? People nowadays in general, or institutions, or even teachers, or students? Yeah, it's just, I think as an institution, as an educator, you are very much should do your research for other people who are relying on you to do the research. But the systems in check for educators is just rather really annoying for me. Is that how herpes happened with the crocodile poop? I wouldn't I wouldn't bet against it, but I don't know actually. Interesting. That would also write the origin of a lot of these sexually transmitted diseases. Those would be interesting videos. There's so much you can do. You can make everything interesting. Medicine. I could do a whole channel on medicine. Tell me it wouldn't be interesting where all these diseases come from. Just exploring all that. Just it's just you gotta have a passion. I think it all starts and ends with passion. I think it's all about the passion. It's all about the passion. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you, TARDIS, for educating me so much on truck driving. Please do send, you didn't do it here, if you find a cool YouTube channel or whatever, anywhere, if you find a good storyteller that paints a picture of what it's like to be a truck driver, can you send it to me on Patreon or on TikTok? Either. I would love to learn more about this because it sounds really cool. I'm genuinely want to know more about that. Don't say sorry, Casley. Don't say sorry. You know the jokes I always make. Joke away. Wrap it up with sheepskin. I'm gonna wrap it up with sheepskin. Try something new. If you don't hear from me after 9 months, it didn't work. They didn't know about the pull-out technique. The people in general, they know about the pull-out technique. Yeah, but I'd rather someone. No, I wouldn't rely on sheepskin. Why not combine the two? Sheepskin and the good old pull-out. Sheepskin and the good old pull-out. On that note, let me pull out of this. I'll see you guys soon. I don't know when I'll do the next stream. Well, I do know when I'll do the next stream because I'm now doing a stream a month. Yeah. I'm gonna do a stream a month. See how people like it. If it annoys them, then I'll go back to 4 exclusive videos. But for now, I'm gonna stick to like 3, 4 exclusive videos, and then every 5 weeks, I'll have a stream. And that's what I'm that's what I'm kind of going for. Yeah, that pull-out was a good segue, right? Pull-out was a good segue. That's that creator mind. That could be from one of my videos. But yeah, all right. So I'll see you in a couple weeks because I'll see how this goes. I really enjoyed the streaming thing. I like how intimate it is because really cool because I get to know you guys and you guys actually get to have a conversation with me. On TikTok, I can do that to many people. So this is really cool. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for giving me that precious hour of your evening. I really don't take it for granted, or maybe afternoon, depending what time it is. Thank you, TARDIS, for all the info. Send me that stuff. Miss Manet, let me know when you're a TikTok employee. I will need you. Quite literally. Very cool stuff. Thank you guys for educating me. I really like that. Love to learn. Love that we're doing it together. Thanks, Anna. Thanks for sticking around. Also, both streams. Thank you for that. That's it. Bye, bye, guys. I'll let him say goodbye too. So we're signing off. Look there. Hallo. Ich hab dich lieb. Ja, hallo. Ja, hallo. Pussy. Nein. Okay. Pussy. Nein. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Bye from me and the baby. Saying goodbye too. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.